5 episodes, and we have gotten through the first half of the Tao Te Ching. We are now on Virtue Classic, which is chapters 38 to 81, which is the rest of the Tao Te Ching. So I guess without further ado, let's get started with chapter 38. We're going to be reading till chapter 47 today. So, chapter 38. High virtue is not virtuous, therefore it has virtue. Low virtue never loses virtue, therefore it has no virtue. High virtue takes no contrived action and acts without agenda. Low virtue takes contrived actions and acts with agenda. High benevolence, yeah, I'm saying that right. Take high benevolence takes contrived action and acts without agenda. High righteousness takes contrived action and acts with agenda. High etiquette, I don't know. High etiquette takes contrived action, and upon encountering no response, uses arms to pull others. Therefore, the Tao is lost, and then virtue is lost, and then benevolence, and benevolence is lost, and then righteousness is lost, and then etiquette. Those who have etiquette are a thin shell of loyalty and sincerity, and the beginning of chaos. Those with foreknowledge are the flowers of the Tao, and the beginning of ignorance. Therefore, the great person abides in absence and abides in substance and does not dwell on the thin shell, abides in the real and does not dwell in the flower. Sorry about that. Thus they discard that and take this. Chapter 39. Those that attained oneness in ancient times. The sky attained oneness and thus clarity. The earth attains oneness and thus tranquility. The gods attained oneness and thus divinity. The valley attained oneness and thus abundance. Myriad things attained oneness and thus life. The rulers attained oneness and became the standard for the world. These all emerged from oneness. The sky, lacking clarity, would break apart. The earth, lacking tranquility, would erupt. The gods, lacking divinity, would vanish. The sky, the valley, lacking abundance, They sometimes keep it and sometimes lose it. Lower people hear of the Tao, they laugh loudly at it. If they do not laugh, it would not be the Tao. Therefore, a proverb has the following: the clear Tao appears unclear, the advancing Tao appears to retreat, the smooth Tao appears uneven, high virtue appears like a valley, great integrity appears like disgrace, encompassing virtue appears insufficient, building virtue appears inactive, true substance appears consistent. The great square has no corners, the great vessel is late in completion. The great music is imperceivable in sound, the great image has no form, the Tao is hidden and nameless, yet it is only the Tao that excels in giving and everything, completing everything. Chapter 42. Tao produces one, one produces two, two produces three, three produces myriad things backed by yin and embrace yang, achieve harmony by integrating their energy. What the people dislike are alone, bereft, and unworthy, but the rulers call themselves with these terms. So with all things, appear to take loss but benefit, or receive benefit but lose. I also teach the violent. One cannot have a natural death. I will use this as a principle of all teachings. Chapter 43. The softest things of the world override the hardest things of the world. That which has no substance enters into that which has no openings. From this I know the benefits of unattached actions, the teaching without words, the benefits of actions without attachment are rarely matched in the world. Chapter 44. The second half is just all like short chapters apparently. These next three chapters, maybe four. Yeah, the next four chapters are pretty short. Chapter 44. Fame or the self, which is dearer? The self or wealth, which is greater? Gain or loss, which is more painful? Thus, excessive love must lead to great spending. Excessive hoarding must lead to heavy loss. Knowing contentment avoids disgrace. Knowing when to stop avoids danger. Thus one can endure indefinitely. Chapter 45. Great perfection seems flawed. Its function is without failure. Nature. Where did I see that? Great perfection seems flawed. Its function is without failure. Great fullness seems empty. Its function is without exhaustion. Great straightness seems bent. Great skill seems unrefined. Great eloquence seems inarticulate. Movement overcomes cold. Stillness overcomes heat. Clear quietness is the standard of the world. I apologize for the banging. My room is very close to our garage, and the garage, like the door to go from inside our house to the garage, it's very loud because it's not exact. It's slightly off, and it hits the wall whenever it's like shutting. So I apologize for that. My stepfather seems to be liking to go in and out of the garage now. Of course, he wasn't doing this 20 minutes ago when I wasn't recording, but hey, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, chapter 46. When the world has the Tao, fast horses are retired to till the soil. When the world lacks the Tao, war horses give birth on the battlefield. There is no crime greater than greed, no disaster greater than discontentment, no fault greater than avarice. I think I said that right. Thus the satisfaction of contentment is the lasting satisfaction. that was probably one of my favorite chapters of the Tao Te Ching so far. Anyway, chapter 47 and the last chapter of this episode. Without going to the door, know the world. Without peering out the window, see the heavenly Tao. The further one goes, the less one knows. Therefore the sage, my apologies, my brother came in my room. I need to finish this up though, so, chapter 47, I don't know where I was before. Oh yeah, I was on the second sentence, I'll just start off there. Therefore the sage knows without going, names without seeing, achieves without striving. I can't do my or post Tao Te Ching reading, ramble and talking with you guys in this episode, and I apologize for that because it is time to eat, as you probably heard. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode and this video, and I will see you guys next time. Real quick though, I don't think I'm going to be doing reading anything else besides the Tao Te Ching until I finish it. I will probably finish it this week though. So yeah, this week, the week of of June 6th. I don't know if you're seeing this afterwards. Maybe it's already done. I don't know. In any event, if you're watching this in the future, after the week of the 10th of June, you know if I did keep that promise and finish it by then. It's not really a promise, it's just me saying it. Anyway, I really do have to go, so I will see you guys next time. Wait, that wasn't the right sign off for this. I will see you guys in the next video. That sign off was from my gaming channel, by the way. My apologies.